Gino. Welcome to Dazzle TV. Dazzle's on the camera. Today I just wanted to do a quick video, update you guys on how I'm doing. And also, a viewer had asked, he was curious how much hospitals here cost in the Philippines. So I had that 2 day stay at Panay Healthcare. So I'm just gonna talk about that a little bit. Also, I just wanted to thank everyone for all the kind messages, supporting us, Dazzle and I. You know, we get a lot of message daily in my Dazzle TV messenger, also in my personal messenger and an email. I just want to thank everybody. You know, it's like we're hanging in there. You know, it's been a rough 4 months, you know, but hopefully I'm on the straight arrow of recovery. You know, that's just we're staying positive, we're staying strong. The thing with that I'm finding out with radiation treatment, it's not like one of those your treatments are done. And my treatments were done actually more than 2 weeks ago now. About my last radiation, but it's still affecting me. You know, it's like my mouth is super dry still, no taste buds, you know, no appetite. But as you can see from my previous videos, my neck is healing pretty nicely. All my wounds have healed already, so I don't have any wound anymore that I have to worry about infection. Just we're just putting lotion now, really, you know, just to keep it moist, you know, because it's weird how it peeled, and when it peeled, the skin peeled, it was white, right, babe? It was right. It was like white, and now it's getting dark again. But I'm not even in the sun, you know. I haven't even hardly left the house, you know. It's like I'm pretty much just staying inside the house in our room here. This is my home for like more than 2 weeks now, and probably more weeks to come, because that's the thing I'm finding out with radiation. It's a slow recovery. You know, even with my throat, I don't have the infection anymore, so no worries about the dehydration, because I'm drinking plenty of fluids, water, the Ensure, but I'm still not able to eat much. You know, it's like a little bit of fruit here now and then, watermelon or mango, but not a whole lot. Maybe 2-3 spoonfuls is all I can eat. And oatmeal, you know, Dazzle makes me oatmeal, so I'm trying to push as much solids that I can, but it's not easy. It's not easy. And then I have to worry about acid reflux, because I haven't had acid reflux since the hospital, so that, which is a good thing, because when I get acid reflux, of course the acid gets up on my throat, and it's very painful. You know, very painful when that happens. So I'm really careful on what I eat. You know, no seasoning right now, no basically really bland food, no salt, no pepper. You know, it's like I'll mash a potato, half a potato, and I'll try to eat that, and I can't even finish like half a potato. It's been a while since I ate. I mean, I can't even, I think it's been more than a month since I really ate a meal with rice and soup and everything. It's been over a month, so it's been tough. It's been tough, but I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. As you can see, I've lost a ton of weight already. I'm even afraid to go on a scale now, because I don't really want to check anymore, because I know I have to try to maintain weight. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks, you know, the radiation doctor said it might take about a month before everything gets normal with my throat and gets normal with my taste buds. So hopefully in 2 more weeks I can start feeling better. This was the bill. I actually have the bill from Panay Hospital when I was there, admitted there for 2 days, 2 nights and 3 days. And I'll attach like the summary of the bill at the end of this video. That way you can see how much everything costs. But right here, they charged 2,000 pesos. And of course it helps. I have the PWD discount now. Since I have cancer, they consider me PWD person with disability. Hey, Chloe. So I get a 20% discount on everything in the hospital. So that's kind of nice. Uh, when they admitted me, it says here hospital charges admitting. Uh, there's a bill here for 1,600, so about $30. And really, the only thing I can think of was before you can enter the emergency room, I had to get that antigen test. They wouldn't even let you in the emergency room at the Panay Hospital without the antigen. So that's about that 1,600 peso bill that they charged me because I had to take the test and I had to sit. We had to sit outside. Dazzle and I had to sit outside, and then finally, when the result came, they let me in the emergency room. And then the emergency room bill here, the hospital charges says emergency room was 3,400 pesos. So I'd say about $80, about 75, $80 for the ER. And they didn't really do much in the ER for me, if all I can remember. They were the one that hooked up the IV on me. Of course, they took like 3 times to get the IV right, you know. For future reference, now I know when I go to a new hospital, especially hospitals that I don't know, I'm not gonna be afraid to ask anymore. It's like if the nurse comes up to me, I won't be afraid to ask. And don't be afraid to ask here in the Philippines. Ask them, how many of these do you do? You know, because the first nurse that I got in the emergency room, she did not know what she was doing with that IV because she had the vein finder. She couldn't find my vein. She poked me anyway, and then I still have the bruise right here. I've never had an IV put on my forearm. That was kind of odd, but she said it was easier to get there, so I said go ahead, and she missed. You know, it's like you can see I still got a bruise. So finally, I just said, can I get somebody else, you know, more experience or who's good at this? And they did. There's a guy in there that they called, and he came up right up, and he got me on the first try. And the first thing he had to do was like, he said, we better use a smaller needle. And I'm like, okay, there's a smaller needle, you know. It's like, so don't be afraid, you know. It's like, I know it's kind of like, don't be afraid to like tell them that, hey, I want somebody that's good at it, you know. Don't be a guinea pig, you know. Don't be the test subject for, because not all of them, they, you know, from what I can tell, not everyone at the ER there has done a lot of IVs, you know. So it's not a common procedure for them to place an IV. So that the ER visit there, basically for the IV, because that's the only thing they did really with me in the ER. The doctor actually in the ER, he passed me to another doctor because I guess he couldn't admit me or something. He doesn't have privileges at the hospital. So passed me to a Dr. Juliet Macahiles. So she's my doctor now. So that's the other thing. To save money in the future now, I have a doctor now at Panay Hospital. So now I can just call her. I don't have to go through the ER because now I have a doctor in that hospital. I can just call her. Same thing if I just need an IV bag. I talked to her and she said, just give me a call, set an appointment, and then I can come in straight to the clinic, which would save you money because at the clinic, they only charge like, I think, what, 800 pesos per visit, I think?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe about 800 pesos. So less than $20 for an appointment at the hospital.
At Iloilo, it was 800.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Iloilo's more. You know, it's cheap. It's probably cheaper here in Calibo. Also, here in Calibo, the reason I went to Panay Hospital is I think there's 2 hospitals here, but they're one of the hospitals that I know that my insurance covers, from my TRICARE insurance from the military. So for your TRICARE users, it's always good to know which hospitals that you can go to. They won't process paperwork for TRICARE, so I had to pay 100%. And then once I paid 100%, I can file through my insurance in the US, my TRICARE insurance, and I'll get 75% back. So, you know, which will take a while, all this paperwork, because when they don't take care of the TRICARE paperwork, there's a lot more to it. It's not an easy process, but eventually we'll get some money back. money back from them. And then the lab here, the lab charged me 2,400 pesos, so about $50 for lab. And I would say, I had the lab when I got admitted, three labs, three times. They did labs on me 3 times for CBC and creatinine. So you can kind of have an idea. Probably lab work probably cost between, for CBC and creatinine alone, probably about $15-20. You know. And again, this is just in Kalibo. It's cheaper in Kalibo, and probably Panay Hospital probably in the middle cost in the hospitals in Kalibo, because there's a public hospital in Kalibo. Of course, it's gonna be cheaper there. And I know they're just opening a new hospital now, Asia Pacific Medical. So just looking at their building, their fancier building, they're gonna end up charging more. And of course, in Iloilo City, it was more. Everything's more in Iloilo City. I would say for all the medical care that you'll get in Iloilo, you're at least paying 30% to 40% more in Iloilo City, because it's a city. You know, Kalibo, you know, we're just a little province here in Aklan, so it's cheaper here. They have a charge here of 1,700 pesos for the nurses station. Now, we had 2 groups of nurses that was taking care of us. The first group was awesome. The male nurse he was really attentive, really checking on us. But the following night, forget it. You know, we didn't get as good a service as the other guy. But it is what it is. You know, maybe it's a better crew. You know, it's like a better shift crew. But we just had better treatment from the first group of nurses that was assisting us. And then pharmacy here, probably the biggest charge I got here, pharmacy, was for 4,500. So about $90 for pharmacy. And that was just the IV bags, the antibiotics, and that was like for 2 nights and 3 days. So if you can, you know, I had the IV bag for 3 days, 2 nights, and then the steroids, antibiotics, the hydrocortisone. There's a lot of medicine that they gave me at their pharmacy. And of course, since I was inpatient here in the Philippines, when you're an inpatient, you have to buy your medicine at the hospital. You have an option when you're outpatient, because the doctor will write you a script. So it's always cheaper to buy your medicine at Mercury Drug or Watson. Hospitals always got that. Of course, their hospital, they got overhead. You know, their medication is always more. You pay more at the hospital. And half the times, the hospitals won't even carry your medication. You'll end up going to a Mercury Drug anyway. So, you know, not too bad. 4,500 pesos, again, about $90. The room and board, my room was actually supposed to cost 2,400 a night, but because of the discount, again, I had that PW discount, it costs 3,800. So 3,800, let's say about 2 nights. And Dazzle got to stay with me, so for 2 nights, room and board is what they call it, about $70. So not bad, about $35 a night. And then the last charge was my doctor, Dr. Juliet Macahiles. Her charge, since I was an inpatient, was supposed to be 4,200 a night. So about 8,400 pesos. But again, I get the discount. So it's 6,700 pesos. So let's say about 120. So she charged me about $60 a night that I was at the hospital. Really nice doctor, you know. It's like I'm happy. At least I have a doctor now that I can go to here in Kalibo. So the total bill for the 2 nights stay, we're counting the antigen test, the ER visit, all my labs, nursing station, the pharmacy, the room and board, and the doctor. The total bill was 24,300. So 3,000 is the total bill. So that's about $450. Yeah. So for 2 nights. So a little over about $220 a night
Yeah, that
to
is,
stay in a hospital.
that was with the discount.
That was with the discount. That was the discount. So if you don't get the discount, just add 20% more. And then when I got discharged, I went ahead and got a medical certificate from them because this will help me file my insurance. I'll probably need more paperwork when I file my insurance, but my doctor, Dr. Makahila, she did a medical certificate and also a medical abstract of all the things they did to me. My diagnosis, my lab, all the different medications I got. So it's always good to get that something official from the hospital. It'll help you when you file your insurance. And here in the Philippines, there's like all kinds of insurance now from the U.S. accepted here, like Blue Cross Blue Shield. There's just a ton of insurance now that they accept. It's just that you got to get like official documentation from the hospital that you're going to. What do you want to
She thought the humidifier is a water.
Oh, she thinks she can drink from it. Yeah, I got a new humidifier for this room. So it's supposed to help me. My friend Gray told me about the humidifier. So I turned that on at night, you know, so there's like moisture in the room here. So Chloe wants
to drink the water.
Chloe wants to drink the water from the humidifier.
Chloe, no.
So that's it. That was the hospital stay. Not bad. I was happy that I went. You know, I was like trying to tough it out. I thought I could, but I guess my throat was more serious. My you know, I thought it was just normal that I had. I thought, come on, baby. I thought it was just normal that I had from the radiation.
She wants water.
She wants water.
I'll give her water.
Okay, give her water. Yeah. So, you know, I'm glad I went to the hospital. I'm glad I didn't just tough it out. You know,
Hi, Chloe.
it worked out. You know, it's like I'm feeling better. But again, I'm just resting up in the room here. Probably going to be here 2 more weeks.
With your best friend, Chloe.
Yeah. And I got Chloe here. She gives the company, you know. So I'm good.
Holy
I'm
sweet
good.
daddy.
Yeah.
She's like, Daddy, I want
Again,
water.
thanks everyone for all the encouragement, all the support. You know, Dazzle and I appreciate it. And things are getting better. Things are getting better. You know, hopefully here soon, you know, I can start eating. I do miss eating. You know, it's like I've been trying so many food. Dazzle's like making me like rice soup, getting me desserts, whatever. It's just that I just can't taste it. You know, it's like my taste buds aren't working yet, and then everything just feels rough in my mouth. You know, I guess because of the dry mouth, because of no saliva. It's like it's hard to explain. It's like when I'm eating, it's like there's no texture. It's rough, you know, and then it's hard to swallow. So I've just been, when it's time to swallow, I just like drink water. When it's, you know, I chew it in my mouth, try, you know, and of course I'm just eating really soft food. I can't like really eat any meat or anything like that. And then I just push it with water just to get some solid in me, you know, because I know I can't survive on the Ensure alone.
I think Chloe just wants to be in the camera. She
Yeah, I think
doesn't
so
really
too.
want water.
I think
She
so
just
too.
wants
She
to be in
wants
the
the
camera.
attention. She's the baby. She's the baby. And she just got a haircut. You know,
Yeah.
she got a
Puppy cat.
puppy cut again. She got like a haircut. So, all right. Thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you.
We'll see you on our next video.
Yes.
All right.
Bye, Chloe. Bye, Chloe.